The staff of state regulators now asking for Georgia Power to take responsibility for cost overruns at Plant Vogtle. News Channel 6 first exposed that construction on the plant has allowed the company's shareholders and financial backers to make more than $1 billion in profit on a construction project that's so over budget. Now analysts are asking the company share more of the financial risks with its customers or just pull the plug. News Channel 6's Ann Maxwell with a developing story tonight.
Please know it grieves me so, I'm filled with human pain.
In the first Public Service Commission hearing since Vogtle contractor Westinghouse went bankrupt, the multi-billion-dollar nuclear project in Burke County is at a crossroads.
There are 50 ways to stop Plant Vogtle.
This speaker used music to express her opinion at the meeting. Georgia Power has expressed a different opinion. In the wake of the bankruptcy, it executed a cost-to-complete analysis to determine if continuing with construction of reactors 3 and 4 is worth it. Their recommendation, keep going, with no cap to spending. The Public Service Commission will make a decision on whether to approve, deny, or modify the company's recommendations on December 21st.
Billions of dollars are at stake.
The Public Service Commission staff recommends that the commission hold the company more accountable going forward. The staff says the company's conditions shift most of the risk to customers, to the tune of a negative economic benefit of about $1.6 billion. In layman's terms, they say it would be cheaper to build a different type of power plant in another location than continue with this project. They say the company needs to make sure that customers receive economic benefit from the plant, and the company should bear some of the costs and risks going forward or cancel the project.
I believe what the commission will do is have a vote and set a standard that the company can either accept or reject. If they accept it, it is essentially a go vote. We'll continue the project.
Staff's analysis now puts the cost to be twice as much as originally planned. For Georgia Power's 45% stake in the project, it was supposed to cost $6.1 billion. Now it's estimated to double. Add that to the 55% stake of the project's other owners, and the total price tag is well over $20 billion. The completion date has also been extended, now sitting at 68 months behind schedule. According to financial reports, Georgia Power has not suffered because of the delays in costs. In fact, they continue to make money. The company is allowed a set rate of return on its investment, usually around 10%. So the more the company spends on Vogtle, the more it makes, and it's all coming from a monthly charge on your power bills. The staff says with the cost overruns so far, the company is set to make nearly twice in profit what it would have if construction had stayed on schedule. They were supposed to make $7.4 billion, but with those cost overruns, the profits are now slated to cost about $12.6 billion over the life of the units. That's more than a $5 billion profit in cost overruns and delays that you're paying for. A Georgia Power spokesperson tells me the company remains confident that continuing construction at Vogtle is the best choice for customers. He says the company is sharing the financial risk, noting that a commission agreement about delays has resulted in a nearly $500 million penalty to shareholders. However, the Public Service Commission staff says this reduction has only prevented the company's profit from increasing to about $13.1 billion.